Hello and welcome to a digital overview. My name's Jo Blount and I'm the Digital Programme Manager here at Surrey County Council. Really the aim of today is to give you a brief overview of our digital journey so far, including who we are, our achievements and some of our challenges. Before I jump into the slides, I just wanted to say a really big thank you for considering us for this award, and we really look forward to talking to you in more detail on the 16th about some of this work. So let's get started. Who are we? We are a blended programme team situated in IT and digital in Surrey County Council. We were commissioned by the Transformation Service and we are working towards their transformation goals and helping deliver the transformation that has been set out by Surrey County Council. We're an evolving digital team that is maturing as we go, as our journey will show you very soon. And as you can see, we have a number of roles that have evolved over that time that we have been delivering the programme. We are made up of various roles that really help us to deliver true service transformation and start to embed some of these capabilities and capacity into IT&D as a service. We've had some really key influencers during our journey, so the development of the strategy and engagement team, the initiation of our digital design team, and the fact that we've moved away from a traditional IT delivery that is around putting a plaster on or plugging a gap to a collaborative, agile environment where we really bring the services in to be product owners or scrum masters and lead the way and help us shape what we need to do to really enable service transformation. So that's who we are, and hopefully what I'm about to show you is how we've used that team and evolved that team to deliver what we have delivered. So our journey started back in May 2018 when the transformation was commissioned, and we were asked to create a business case, and from that in September 2018 we had established a programme. By February 2019 we had identified the different digital capabilities that we would want to explore and invest in, and that would allow us to respond to the demand from the other projects and programmes within the transformation. By September 2019 we'd actually built use cases around those capabilities, we've proven their value, and we had started to deliver some of that in certain services where we could actually show the benefits of those capabilities. And then by early 2020 we had actually embedded that into our programme as our offering and started to deliver those as projects within the programme and rolling those out to not only the transformation but also other projects that were ongoing within the organisation. And all of that work and all of that evolving team allowed us to actually develop and publish a digital strategy by February 2020. And that's where I'm going to pause and just give you a brief overview of what our strategy actually is. So as you can see, we have committed to some maturity steps that will enable us to get to a living digital council by 2025. And in order to do that, we've got 7 areas that we would like to tackle, which you can see on the left-hand side of the screen there. We have actually agreed a blended approach to digital. So we don't want to just be, as I said earlier, that sticky plaster. We want to get away from just going in and talking about data and tech and take that more blended approach that you can see in our Venn diagram around people and relationships, skills and culture, ways of working, and asset and resources. And keeping us in line, keeping us on track, making sure we're focused is our guiding principles. Making sure that we are always putting the resident at the heart of what we do, being focused, collaborative, open, moving at pace. You can see it, and that's what we sort of live by and has now actually been adopted as our organisation design principles too. And all that work to date and really to early summer 2020 has allowed us to actually respond to the everyday needs of the council in a very different way. So for example, the automation that we have put in place has allowed us to streamline processes and remove manual intervention. The integration allowed us to respond to the pandemic response in a very different way. We were able to create a single view of our shielded resident for us and our partners. The data dashboards and insights that we have gained have actually allowed us to create COVID-19 dashboards, not only for our staff, partners, but for our residents. And that actually got some amazing traction from the BBC, who were wanting us to help them to automate their data sets and visualize that in a very different way. We were able to create school reports that allowed us to ensure our vulnerable families, even at a time of lockdown, had the right support they needed at a time that was hard to get support. And we had an amazing digital design team that was set up and moved us into a really different space of design, but also taking it a step before that discovery, how we actually initiate work, how we design it, who we speak to, and who informs that. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing, I can assure you. We have faced our challenges. So I said earlier, that beautiful Venn diagram is so balanced, and as you can see here, we have a little bit of an imbalanced Venn diagram, and that's our reality. We still need to move away from just data and tech and ways of working to balance that skills and culture. We have to shift mindsets if we want digital to really enable us to do service transformation. We also have a number of other challenges. So our program initiation, how we were initiated, the way in which we were set up, our focuses, that can limit us, but it's also enabled us. But it's a balancing act, and working through that has been challenging. Is digital friend or foe? I'm sure we all have asked that once in our life, and I know a lot of our stakeholders, our residents, our customers are asking themselves that question. I've talked about the balancing act, and that's something we've got to continue to do if we really want to shift into that digital space. Is it inclusive or is it exclusive? A question that I am all too familiar with, but something that we need to tackle as a team to ensure that it isn't seen as an exclusive club and we are being as inclusive as possible. And of course, our digital confidence. If people don't know what it is, don't know how to get skills in it, and don't know how to access it, they're not going to use it. So how do we do that? And those challenges at a program level brought around some real team challenges. We had to really look at all of that and actually write things down. If we want to move to that cutting edge digital capability that truly transforms service delivery, we needed to focus our energy on getting the right skills, making sure we're inclusive, giving ourselves a different mindset, moving away from commissioning to collaborating, adopting different approaches, methodologies, and making sure we were sequencing and had clear roadmaps that were engaging and had the right skills and roles. And that's why we are such an evolving team and so blended. You can see it there. I won't go into more detail, but happy to talk you through some of that the team have faced. So unpausing our journey. The last 9 months have really been about moving digital to the heart of our design, and then in the future we'll be moving into actually a piece of work we're currently leading on, which is developing a digital operating model to bring all the strands that are delivering digital together so that we are more collaborative and we really drive forward our strategy. And to end, I just wanted to show you some real clear examples how us as a team have collaborated with our services, used digital capabilities to challenge the art of the possible and start to have conversations around service design. So whether it's IoT to challenge traditional operating models, or chatbots to challenge the way in which we actually interact with our residents, or digital tech to actually look at the way in which we use staffing and ways of working. So that's me. That's a very quick overview of digital and the amazing work the team have put in to date. We really look forward to talking to you on the 16th, and thank you for your time and consideration.